What's going on, YouTube? Crit Zone VGC back at you, and today we're going to look at an overview of the newest draft season for the AADL, this Arcanine Arena Draft League. I've joined back up with this league for a second season now. Both myself and my wife are actually drafting this time again. I know I've been away for a while. Do apologize. Content will kind of be pretty scarce. I almost said scarce for a little bit. I do apologize for that. With it being the holiday season, we have quite a few different family members we have to travel around to see that are traveling to see us. So I just want to put that out in this video that nothing is going to be coming out on a certain schedule. Stream schedule is going to be kind of all over the place. Hopefully by New Year's everything gets back into place. But tackling the matter at hand, yes, we are back with another season of the Arcanine Arena Draft League. Unfortunately, we did not make it out of Growlithe division last season. And to explain a little bit more, you guys seem to like when I do these overviews before I do the seasons. The divisions are, there's a Growlithe League and then there's an Arcanine League. I say divisions, but it's like two different leagues. We have Growlithe League, we have Arcanine League. Top 3 of Growlithe move up to Arcanine. Bottom 3 of Arcanine drop back down into Growlithe, and it stays that way every season. So not only are you fighting to get ahead, but you're fighting to keep your position once you're at a certain point. Unfortunately, I think I was 1-2 wins away after all the drops and stuff last season. Hopefully not a whole lot of drops this season. I know I kind of stopped making content for this for the last draft season with this league right as playoffs were kicking off, and this is because we had I just felt the wind was taken out from underneath me with this with last season, not with this league, but with last season. Just because there were so many drops. We had so many drops left and right. And I'm guilty myself. A few of the draft leagues that I was doing, some of you may know, some of you may not. I had a lot of life stuff come up recently. And I had to drop out of quite a few leagues, unfortunately. I hate having to do that. I'm a man of, if I'm committing, I'm committing. But here we are. But yes, 2 different leagues, but within the leagues there's 2 different divisions. There's a Division 1, Division 2, or Division A, Division B kind of thing. We're still in Division B or Division 2 of the Growlithe League. That I think my understanding for that is that there's not really like if you did better but you're still in that league, you're in Division 1 or you're in Division 2. I think they just cut it off where the draft order is, because how we drafted this season and I'm just using context here. My wife drafted and then I drafted, but she ended Division 1 and I started Division 2, so I'm assuming that that's how it works, but I don't really know. But yes, I also have some of the rules pulled up because some of you guys were curious about how the rules and stuff work. It's pretty straightforward. We don't use points in this one when we draft. We use a tier list, and depending on how you draft, you'll be limited to like what you can draft. And I'll explain more of that when I get into the mons that I have drafted for this season. We do have weekly waivers where if something isn't working, we can swap it out each week after our matches, and they will be in effect for the next week. We also have preseason and then right before playoff waivers if we need to make changes before the season comes, because there was something we wanted to try for, but we were worried maybe it was going to get taken, but it actually didn't, so now we want to swap out for something, you know, that kind of thing. or you end up having an idea, oh, this would work better than that. So, these are best of 1 6v6 matches, as you guys saw last time. And then as far as clauses go for this particular league, we just use species clause, meaning you can't have like Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and Single Strike. You can't have both Calorexes. You can't have Cantonian Raichu and Alolan Raichu, you know, that kind of thing. But you can have like Glaceon and Leafeon, Umbreon and Espeon. Like, you can have those. Technically, they do kind of, like in some leagues, they fall under a species clause because same evolution line, but some leagues go that far, some don't. This one doesn't go that far. Kind of stops at like regional variants as far as species clause go. And then in battle clause, the only real in battle clause that we use in this league is the sleep clause, where you can only keep you can only put one mon asleep at a time. If you put 2 asleep, even if your opponent does you dirty and swaps out the sleep mon, but you clicked sleep thinking that that mon was going to wake up that turn, the second you put that second mon asleep, you're disqualified and you lose that match. So sleep strategies not exactly viable in this league, and it's just because like I've said before on this channel, the mechanic behind sleep in competitive play, draft leagues, in Pokemon in general, needs a full overhaul. It's just crazy overpowered in my opinion. But with all of that being said, let's hop into this and we'll take a look at what we have drafted this season. Our first overall draft pick is Leftovers Terapagos. I decided to go with the Leftovers. It may stay that way, it may change. Some of these mons may not stay the way that they are, so I'll do a recap of what the teams are going into each video that comes out this season. But our moveset right now is just a standard Terra Starstorm, Calm Mind, Earth Power, Protect build with this. Terapagos, I want to have a better season than what I had last season, and at least rank high enough that I squeeze into Arcanine for the next season. With that being said, if you've been keeping up with the channel, you know that I am very good with Terapagos. I love this turtle. I have won tournaments with this turtle, Master Ball tiered with this turtle. Just about anything I could do outside of winning a regional or world championship, I have done it with this turtle. So, very reliable. A lot of these mons you've seen before on some of my draft teams too. I went very reliable mindset for this. Our next one is our first Focus Sash user, and it's Illuminese with Tailwind, Encore, Struggle Bug, Thunder Wave. Pretty standard moveset. Again, moveset may change here and there, but right now we're Tailwind, Encore, Struggle Bug, and Thunder Waving. And then to our next one, you guys know I'm big on this guy right now, and he's been so good for me in Regulation H. Baxcalibur, the man himself, holding the loaded dice, as I do with Ghost Terra, as I've been doing. Thermo Exchange, still the same Jolly set. It's actually the same one I used for competitive. Scale Shot, Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, and Protect is the moveset on that. Don't foresee this moveset actually changing, though. And then our next one, another bulky guy in Rhyperior. This one holding Assault Vest with Fairy Terra. Rocking Rock Slide, Earthquake, Crunch, and Iron Hand, just to have some great coverage and to have that Lightning Rod ability, because there's a lot of weather in regards to like rain and stuff that get used in draft leagues, because rain is so good in draft, which means with rain comes the thunder, or in Pokemon, the electric types. Therefore, Lightning Rod, you can't zap me. Alright, So because I drafted Terapagos, I locked myself out of S.5, which would be my boy Annihilate. So I went with backup Primate, holding the Eviolite, rocking a pretty standard Annihilate set, actually, with little extra bulk and stuff, with Protect, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, and Rage Pissed. Don't expect we'll get too many KOs with this, because I don't want to have to use it as a terror target if I don't have to, but there may be some chances that I end up having to. A new addition, I've never drafted this one before, but when I was looking at Mons 2 draft, Jolteon caught my eye, and I knew there was something about Jolteon for why I wanted to use it. And when I looked at its abilities, I remembered exactly what it was. Jolteon gets Quick Feet, very much like Guts, hence why we have Flame Orb on it. It's very much like Guts, where if it has a status element, I scrolled up. If it has a status condition, it will boost the speed stat. Very much the same way as how Guts works. Alright, on to our next one. We've got Minior. This one rocking White Herb, just so that when I use Shell Smash on it, which is such a good Shell Smash user, it recovers that status, but then also gets to extremely boost Acrobatics, which is going to do a lot of damage. I'm hoping to get a lot of use out of this. But we've also got Rock Slide Protect on there, just to have some other options to go into. Our next one is Yanmega. Loved using Yanmega in another draft that I was in, so I drafted my boy again. This is another Focus Sash user, so I'll kind of swap out with the other one. Rock and Tailwind, Air Slash, Bug Buzz, and Protect with Speed Boost. I think I used, I don't remember the name of the berry, but the berry that prevents super effective fire damage. I tried that out last draft, that I used Yanmega. Unfortunately, Yanmega's bulk doesn't justify for using that berry. I was still getting KO'd by fire type moves, so I'm going Focus Sash this time. And then, of course, because I really like using Guts, and I love my boy Heracross here, we've got Heracross with Flame Orb, Ghost Terror type, with Guts, Close Combat, Facade, Throat Chop, and Protect. Essentially, Ursaluna at home. What I'm going for. May not hit as hard, but it's here. This one is a new one for me to draft. It's actually a pretty new one. I've never drafted this guy before. Used it a little bit back in the Sun and Moon days for a playthrough team, but didn't try much of it after that. Definitely didn't realize some of the abilities that it got. So we do have Life Orb Toucan in here with Sheer Force. Therefore, we don't take the secondary effect of moves, and it keeps us from taking the chip damage of Life Orb. So this could end up being an MVP on the team. I've got a team set up with him on it right now. I don't know how often he'll be used, though. But his moveset as of right now is Brave Bird Protect, Beak Blast, and Seed Bomb for coverage. And then our one of our only real gimmicky Mons, because I couldn't really figure out what else to do with this when I drafted it. I just kind of drafted it because I needed a Mon in that slot. So I went with Espeon, gave it the Citrus Berry, gave it Magic Bounce, so it can't be taunted or anything. So yeah, this one's just kind of a gimmicky thing. I couldn't think of what else to really do with it. And then when I saw that it learned Magic Bounce, I was like, meh. Go for a stored power kind of gimmick, because they can't taunt me to keep me from getting Calm Minds up, so I can just get super bulky with the Calm Minds and then collect stored power. So the Citrus Berry is just to recover health in case I can't get there all the way in time. And then our final Mon, Weavile. Wanted to try out Weavile in this. Yet again, another Focus Sash user. Yeah, I'm rocking 3 Focus Sash users in this draft. The items may not stay the same, just like the movesets may not stay the same. And some of these mons may make it to the end, some may get traded off. All depends on how the season goes. I feel pretty good about this season, but, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and brag that I'm going to win it all and then fumble in week 1, you know. But my moveset here on Weavile is Knock Off, Fake Out, Triple Axle, and a taunt user of our own. The moveset, the abilities are Pressure or Pickpocket. Honestly, I can't think of a way to make Pickpocket work, so I went with Pressure. And just to make it where when they attack Weavile, they're going to lose more PP. Make them run out of moves faster and have to get struggled potentially. But yeah, guys, those are the mons that I have drafted. Really hoping to get a lot of use out of these guys. But that being said, we have started week 1. So you'll see this video, and then the first battle should be out shortly afterwards. But that being said, hope you guys check out all the videos that are coming for this draft league. As far as content go, this may be the primary focus till after the holidays. I may do a stream here and there, not too many. Like I said, we've got so much going on between holidays, my son's birthday, and all that kind of stuff. But alright, guys, remember to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me you're excited for this draft, tell me you're not excited, tell me you wish that I would have stayed away, whatever you want to do. Tell me you're glad that I'm back with some kind of content. But again, this is going to be the primary focus. I've got my son's birthday coming up, holidays, all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to be really busy until New Year's, unfortunately, and it's going to be kind of hard to get content out. But I'm going to try where I can. I know we have the GC coming up this weekend. I will make the announcement here. No stream for that this time around. The last time there were so many technical issues, I don't want to go through it again. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in week 1's Battle 1 when that comes out. Remember, there's 2 battles each week in this league, so Battle 1 coming soon, shortly after this video.